Yeah, your height is something else. The chief guest, esteemed delegates, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Yeah, let me start by thanking our former chair for taking us down the memory lane. And it is true, she has written a memo. And I think when you are coming next for negotiations, these people who call me, you know what you call me, the two of you, should read so that you know how far the teachers have come in this nation and how far the employer works hard to get where we are. So thank you, Ms. Dr. Nzomo. From the onset, let me join Mr. Mumin and all the others who have been here to welcome you to this particular sitting, and also to thank all our partners very, very much. It's been a long way coming. I remember I was reminding my two friends here, Kupet and Nat, the last time we tried to have this kind of sitting, Nat told me, we are going to Tononoka grounds to play football. If you want, join us. So I thank God today that we can sit here as partners, and all the other partners that have come in, including the international schools and the private schools. We are very, very delighted to have. And for partnering to sponsor us, we couldn't have done it alone as an employer. So we are very happy about that. From the onset, let me also say that I heard something from the international and private schools about the teachers and how they train them and so on. And to also say that we are with you as we go on with the CBC, because new pathways have come. You have been talking to us about it as a regulator, and it has come home. Yeah, because now we have to think about how do we get the pilots, how do we get the people to teach photography, and we shall be talking about this when we get this task force report. We shall join hands as all of us as stakeholders in education to see how we are going forward. Again, Chief Guest, allow me from the onset to assure all our partners, all our welfare partners seated here, not the teachers of this country, that consultations are ongoing with the presidency on teacher recruitment, and that we shall be giving progress on this as we go on. Be assured that the Kenyan teacher can only expect good things going forward. And that we shall be telling you how to go on with this recruitment as per the Kenya Kwanza Charter. So, Chief Guest, teachers have talked today, and I am one of the teachers, so they have talked on my behalf, and that's a good thing when you talk last sometimes. Everything will have been said, and Mr. Chairman, you know I have heard them say that even when we hear them cry about extra pay, we should not worry much. In fact, I'm thinking, Mr. Chairman, you should allow me to join one of the welfare associations so that I can ask you also to add my salary. You know I do quite a bit, so I'll be deciding on which one, and I'll be informing you. But ladies and gentlemen, it is with extreme joy and humility that I'm standing before you today to celebrate the work of our gallant teachers. The incredible professionals who have unfailingly ensured that all teaching and learning activities in our schools have remained world-class. We are indeed here during this 2022 World Teachers' Day to sing and dance as we underscore the indispensable role that teachers play in the provision of quality education in our country, and indeed in the whole world. And I have heard the SG Kusnet say that maybe next time we should, Mr. Mumin, if you'll be chairing this, we should think of what to do after this Formal 1. Sindio, after this Formal 1, SG Nat, what else shall we do to celebrate the teachers? I find this year's theme, the transformation of education begins with the teachers, most apt, as our teachers have remained focused on their job despite the twin disruptions of COVID-19 and the just concluded general election. From the bottom of my heart, And I know that my chair is coming here to say it also for the commission. I most sincerely thank the teaching fraternity for withstanding the two enormous challenges to ensure school programs are firmly on track. Kudos to all our teachers. Please let us all rise, by the way, and give a round of applause to our exceptional teachers, please. Yes, thank you. You may be seated. That is for our teachers. It is just that we can't do more, but we recognize you. Thanks again to all our outstanding teachers. We are at the tail end of successfully restoring our normal school calendar. Starting January 2023, we will have our 3 school terms running, as was the case before COVID-19 hit our country. Again, without tiring, I applaud all the teachers for withstanding the pressure that came with the heavily constricted school terms, and they did it without complaining. I don't know why people don't see this bit in our teachers. While everybody went about their business, our teachers were constrained and they worked. They didn't complain. They said nothing. We didn't give a raise. But they are our teachers and they are taking care of our future citizens, and they have done it exceptionally well. So additionally, I celebrate the teachers for continuing to shoulder a bigger burden arising to the increased school enrollment occasioned by the number 100% transition program in our schools. The TSC has posted 14,460 new teachers who were recruited last month, arising from the fresh recruitment and replacement of teachers who have left through natural attrition. I urge the new teachers to quickly settle down and relieve the pressure of our existing teachers and ask head teachers to ensure, Mr. Idimuli, that these new teachers are settled very quickly so that we can prepare our children, as we also, the commission also undertakes the next exercise on intern teachers. As we celebrate the teachers today, we are also cognizant of the fact that they are also busy preparing for one of the busiest national examination period in our country. Granted that we will be administering 3 national examinations, KCPE, KCSE, and for the first time, Kenya Primary School Education Assessment, which is now being called KEPSEA for grade 6. And our teachers are expected to undertake all this once again. I wish all our teachers the very best as they prepare candidates for these important examinations, and ask that we all support the teaching service for the sacrifices it is making in our country. As you are aware, His Excellency, the President, William Ruto, last week formed a presidential working party to look into the issues concerning CBC. I wish to thank the President for appointing 8 teachers to the team and also ensuring that the TSC Secretariat is well represented in the working party. These teachers include Anthony Cheriot, CTNA, Margaret Shege, Peter Mokaya, Tabichi, Jane Kemiti, Jacinta Gure, Bernard Kariuki Joroge, Virginia Wahome, and Salome Yagan. Please clap for those teachers. At least we can see teachers being recognized, isn't it? And that they'll be part of this task force and they will say what they have to say. And since they are the hands-on people in terms of disseminating knowledge. As the TSC, we commend and welcome this bold step to engage Kenyans on the implementation of the CBC in line with the Constitution. I urge all teachers and officials of the teacher associations and unions to make presentations as would be required of the team to ensure that our country's education sector remains on the right trajectory. The Commission is fully prepared to comply with the recommendations. During today's event, we will be recognizing 264 of our most outstanding teachers spread across the country in each of the 47 countries. These are those who have consistently demonstrated exemplary performance in teaching, management, and effective delivery of the curriculum for quality education education and community service. We are also honoring 51 teachers who have won national honors over the last 2 years, 21 of whom were awarded in 2022. Please clap for these teachers. As is our tradition, the process of identifying the teachers to be rewarded today has been done in adherence with the TSC Performance Recognition, Reward and Sanction Policy Framework. Our reward system, outlined in this TSC policy, stresses on meritocracy and detailed due diligence in recognizing the staff, which was also done by the committee that was sitting for all these days before today. We will keep finding more ways to ensure our teachers feel recognized and appreciated for their work. We will keep recommending our teachers for recognition at various levels in line with the government policy. I wish to thank all our teachers for elevating the teaching profession to international levels in a manner that shows that recent reforms in the teaching profession in Kenya are paying fruit. Our teachers are the best in the world. As a commission, we will continue to mount friendly and well-thought-out programs that would ensure our teachers remain outstanding. As I conclude, I once again celebrate our teachers on this very, very important day and thank God for all teachers in Kenya and in the world. And thank you for your attention, but allow me at this juncture to welcome our chief guest, who is also the Commission Chairperson, Dr. Jamlik Muturi. Welcome. Please welcome him.